You may have guessed after the first recording, but I love this almost all standard cards vintage PO deck. Welcome back, Vintage Gamers, to the last challenge before the first showcase event of 2026. This deck has been on my mind since the prelim we played it in, and I don't think it's likely I will play it in the showcase. It needs a lot more work and needs to have some things ironed out first. So might as well play it in this challenge beforehand, because it's not like I need more practice playing Jeskai PO if that's what I choose to register for the showcase. So I'm going to play this deck today with a bunch of changes from our initial attempt. I'm going to run back the 4 Talon Gates, and the main reason for that is to support 2 splashes. 1, Demonic Tutor instead of Scroll, and 2, a Flame of Anor instead of Boomerang Basics. I'd like to have my tutor be able to find Time Vault Key. I think that would be very nice. And I'd like there to be another answer to Chalice on 1. I actually lost a practice match to Chalice on 1. So this could be like Sink into Stupor, but I think Flame of Anor is such a high power card that it's worth trying to fit in. So we're still going to play mono blue PO here with the ability to play Lurrus using our Moxen and our Talon Gates. We're going to splash Demonic and Flame, which I think is totally within splashable range. You'll notice in the sideboard we have a different set of cards. Instead of Rav Traps, we have those artifacts to support the Lurrus plan, and the rest of the deck is the same. So we're going to try to play it through a challenge today and see how it goes. I'll see you in round 1. Looking to play some paper vintage? The next full proxy ELD vintage opening is happening in Bellingham, Mass on February 1st. I'll see you there. All right, here we go. Our opponent has showed up 5 minutes late. If they are on Breach, we will probably play to our clock a significant amount. Seems fine. Saga Gaming. And a Sapphire opener. And a Jet opener. Okay. Is it a stock up opener too? Jesus. Well, best deck in the format. Can't imagine I can win this game after that, but what's a guy to do? I have no idea how I'm supposed to try to play through this game now that my opponent did that. I'm just super dead, actually. That is extremely greedy. Do they not have another land? Or do they just mess up? Playing too fast. Yep, they just messed up playing too fast. Oh, they also have another Mox, so they can make Saga tokens still. Well. Yeah, I think I just have to crack. I'm so dead. I'm so unbelievably dead. Like, I figured, man, get that time walk. They won't even make constructs, but that was not the case. I mean, I assume my opponent, either kills me with a... Ooh, I was gonna say kill me with a Breach, or makes 2 constructs and kills me. Those are quite good draws. Actually a great draw, because now we are not at risk of immediately dying to Breach. Don't think I'm allowed to play. I mean, I might want to play stock up now because it's the last turn before I get drained every turn. Obviously, if they have Blast or Flusterstorm, it's bad, but Ancestral and PO seems like a way out. No Moxen, though. All right, so hopefully my opponent just goes for like a construct route and I can play some creatures and live. I don't have a dress down in this version of the deck, but they might just go one construct and then maybe gifts kill me. Looks like they're going for constructs. It gives me some time here. They might go, if they have a bauble in their deck, bauble's probably really good here. They're just gonna go for Saga, for Lotus. I mean, still in a bad spot, but I'm in a playable spot at least. Kind of need Ancestral to resolve and me to draw some Moxen. That's probably what I need to happen. Also need Trap Trainer to resolve so I don't die immediately. Did they just draw Academy? I see. Well, it's notably bad for me. They went for gifts. And they cast gifts. Okay. I don't think that's an issue. I guess if they're smart, they'll go 4 counters. But if they're not smart, they'll go for some kind of combo-oriented thing. Ah, Ancient Grudge in the main. I see. Demonic Gifts. Grudge Ancestral. Well, I will just put Grudge and Ancestral into the yard. They did tap their Emerald to do this. That's true. I mean, giving them Demonic and another Gifts is fine. So I'll just put Ancestral and Grudge into the yard. My opponent has Demonic and Gifts. I don't really care about another Gifts. Demonic has to use Black Lotus to go anywhere, so. And then they're just going to pass. So their hand is Demonic Gifts, 2 unknowns. Okay. That's a great draw. So if my opponent has Mind Break Trap, oh, I think they're pile. I think if I was my opponent, I would just grab 4 counter spells. But so playing this Pearl out means I can get trapped on my Ancestral. Probably just cast Ancestral right now. Does mean like my PO is worse. It's kind of tough. They have a drain. So if I get trapped or hardcast negated over the top, it's pretty bad, but is it better that I let this get drained and then I just go trainer into PO? I'll have 3 mana, 5 mana, 6 mana, so I'll have exactly enough mana and not enough to replay trainer, which would maybe put me down on board. But obviously if their last card's Mind Break Trap, going over the top of this is game losing. I don't really have much of a choice, so. If they just like crack this for green and vigor something that or grudge something, then so be it. That's what they're gonna do. Okay. Well, oh, they hit the lantern? That is awful. That's the worst thing you could have hit here. Because now I just keep you off of the ability to kill me. And I drew Force. Would I rather have... That was the worst choice they could have made. Would I rather have... I think I'd rather have 3 cards than a known blocker because... Well... If I let this get countered, then I can force a demonic or something on the way back down. And I'll be able to live with a trainer. I kind of need... Maybe I'm actually supposed to live with a Storm Chaser's talent. Maybe I'm just supposed to play a Storm Chaser's talent and buy Lurrus, and then on the next turn I can maybe be able to buy back PO and Force PO. Opponent will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana for demonic gifts. Like, I'm gonna die, right? Though they did lose their Lotus and their Ancestral and their Time Walk. I think this is just fine. And then I think maybe Thunder Trap Trainer might be better than Storm Chaser's talent. Am I supposed to... I can't play Talon Gates and use it. What could I hit off of Thunder Trap Trainer that I would be like super happy about? Not even Lotus does anything. But will I have enough mana? I hate to buy Lurrus. Does that help me though? Doesn't really help me. I'm just gonna play Thunder Trap Trainer. I hit Lotus. So I could... Okay. I guess this means I am not going to buy Lurrus. I could play Storm Chaser's talent and buy back PO right now, but that would mean I lose my Lotus, which is an extra mana loss next turn. I don't have like Lurrus Lotus plans as much. I'd have to maybe pitch my PO to Force, which might be fine. I think I just hold. All right, so my opponent has Gifts and Demonic. I shouldn't be able to die this turn to creatures. Why does Talon Gates help insulate us versus gift lines? I don't know what that means. Oh, like Lurrus lines? Guess so. I can't imagine that that's where my opponent's going to go with this, but I can't imagine I'm countering DT either. No Lotus, no Ancestral, and no Walk. And we know there's a Gifts in their hand. And 3 unknowns. I'm pretty sure Gifts resolves. How could this go badly? I don't know. I'm gonna let this go. All right, we don't know anything about our opponent's hand until they show us cards with gifts. We don't know what opponent DT'd for. They can't get, just a bunch of mana and a chain of vapor. So they're going to try to kill me with construct tokens. Let's see. I don't think that's bad news at all. I have an uncounterable removal spell in my hand. So I can just put Ruby Chain into the... I'm going to put Chain into the grave, and I'm going to put... Pearl into the grave. Could be Ruby, actually. No, it's definitely one of the things that makes colored mana. It's definitely not Soul Ring. It's definitely Chain, and trying to figure out if I want my opponent to have another red mana or another mana for Lurrus. I don't think I care about the Lurrus that much. So I think I want to put Chain and Ruby into the yard. So my opponent just paid 4 mana to tutor for 2 artifacts, which does make a lethal attack if I didn't have a trainer in play. So did I put the wrong cards in the yard? No. There's this Soul Ring, Chain, Ruby, and Pearl. Still not a lethal attack. So they're going to go for Lurrus. They're going to go for Underworld Breach. That's what they DT'd for. With 1 card remaining. To try to bounce back Chain. Can I let this resolve? It's like kind of bad for me if I counter this, because they can buy Lurrus and then next turn they can do it again. I guess this means that they could chain and make a billion mana or a bunch of mana if they want. I kind of want them to like go in on chain my trainer though, so that I can just Talon Gates them. I don't think they're going to go DT. I think they're going to go for chain and go for the win. But they do have a fetch land still. I think this is fine. No. I don't chat. I have Talon Gates. So I kind of want them to go for chain. They're going for gifts? What the fuck does that mean? Yeah, just force it. I don't have an... So the problem is next turn they can Lurrus it back. But I can Lurrus a Soul Guide. So I make a construct, I buy Lurrus, I play Lurrus off of Lotus, and I replay Soul Guide. And then I block with Lurrus. Blocking with Lurrus kind of sucks, though. Is there any way I can... I can't Soul Guide them and Talon, can I? I make a construct. I'm not gonna have enough. I really want to not block with my my Lurrus so that I can replay trainers and stuff from the yard. I just don't think I can. Can I, like, if they crack a fetch? Yeah, I just think I'm gonna lose to their Lurrus if I don't play Lantern out of my yard. I mean, trainer could hit PO and we could go for like a kill. I just don't think that's like super likely. I mean, I could kick a trainer and try to go for like time walk or something, maybe. Not sure. I feel like I need Lantern to survive, though. I can make chump blockers, but don't I lose to this Breach unless I draw like exactly force off of trainer? I mean, I'm gonna Saga and I think I'm just dead if I don't go Soul Guide Lantern, so I think it just has to be Lantern because I think I just died to this Underworld Breach in the yard. Has opponent played this well? I think opponents played this awful. Like, no offense to opponent. I think they've made the most aggressive possible line at every choice and it's been wrong every time. You think opponent played this well? Why? Like, I think if I was playing at Sean, I would have died. Like, opponent went all in every time and almost got punished to the most every time. So the white source, I think I was wrong in giving them the white source. I think I was supposed to give them the red source. That one, but I guess they could have fetched a black source. This just returns a mana crypt, which does an extra damage. Doesn't matter. I guess it means I can't double block. I chose not to play the Talon Gates because I thought maybe it might be more useful later. If I block with just Lurrus, do I live? I do. Right? I go to 1. And then I technically could live another whole turn cycle by making a construct. No, I'm gonna tell you how I feel. If you don't like that, that's fine. This isn't like an official broadcast coverage. This is my stream. I'm gonna just chump, I guess. I'm not sure that this is better or not. I mean, we don't know opponent played poorly. We don't have information on their hand, but I've seen almost every single card in this game, and I think that there were definitely better ways to play it. I'm just gonna crack this and try to win, is my plan. Those are not the cards I need to try to win, though. Wow, these were bad cards. I think that means I'm in trouble. I think that means I'm in big trouble. I'm not sure I took the best lines in this game. And I did lose my time advantage. Oh, I think oh man, I'm actually perfect mana here to eat their Lurrus for free. That's crazy. It's not even talking shit, chat. Like, it's not an insult to the player. I don't think that's an insult to the player. People make wrong lines all the time. I've just talked about how I think I made wrong lines. Why does everyone take things so freaking personally? Like, we should all be working together to find the best possible lines and play the best game of Magic we can. Why is that not everyone's goal here? I don't understand. I think my opponent has so much mana that if they have a counter spell, oh, I'm fine. I just like don't understand what chat's going on about. We are all gonna be better at Magic together if we can tell each other that plays we made are bad. So I die, I guess, if my opponent has the 5th Mox. No, the 5th Mox is in the yard, so they'd have to have the pedal. Okay, I'm going to cast... I'm going to cast this Flame to draw cards right now because my opponent has infinite mana anyways, so if they have a Force, it's not like I'm getting them tight on mana or anything. Yeah. So I think I'd rather just like see if they have like if they don't have a Force, right? And I'm not gonna die to this construct unless they have exactly their last artifact, Lotus Petal. If they have like another like a payoff, I'm dead. But like, I think that's the case no matter what because this Flusterstorm is dead. I've drawn no more stock ups, no more POs, no more trainers. I still have 9 of those cards in my deck. Those were the. I also have 3 more Storm Chasers talents, which would be online. I feel like we didn't draw the cards we needed to win this game here, but maybe I should have. I mean, I tried to play to those cards by giving myself as many draw steps as possible, but I'm not sure that was correct, I guess. All right, well, I'm at 1. There's a Boomerang Basics. So I guess I will Boomerang my Soul Ring here. Just gets forced and I die. Gets drained and I die. I mean, I'm just dead. Like, I just did not hit draw spells, right? That's the one I need. The problem is this Flusterstorm is not Pyroblast. I didn't want to play into like trap or something. I don't know. I just cast a spell. Looks like they have hard cast drain. Yeah. That's really unfortunate. This is kind of a problem with not playing Dress Down in your deck. I don't know. Like, I felt... Oh, they had double drain. Nice. That's a way to save time on your thing, for sure. Okay, so... I'm not sure we had a way out of this game. We could have forced different things. We could have taken different lines around the constructs, but we don't. We no longer have an advantage on time, so we're gonna be in some shit here. These boomerang basics are not very good in this matchup. Just gonna bring in the cantrips, the lanterns because they cantrip. So I think I'm just gonna play towards my opals. All right. Oh, you think I? Oh! It's a hater. Their two messages are me calling myself unlucky after I topped up the best card possible and thinking that chat makes my plays for me. Okay, I'll just ban you. Now I understand why. It's just a weird hater. Okay. All right, let's play Magic Chat and ignore those kind of people. I should have read the chat history. That's my fault. Too busy playing Magic. Imagine imagine seeing the success that I have outside of Magic Online, which is infinitely more than on while I stream. Like, and then being like, oh man, the only way you make good plays is when chat tells you. Well, where have you been, bro? Chat is a detriment to a streamer. It's just so crazy to me to actually have that outlook on life. Oh man, this hand sucks. I mean, if I really dislike this hand. I think this hand is not good for the matchup, but I don't really think I can mulligan it. Ace is really bad. I'm gonna have to play fast too here. I think mulliganing is worse than keeping a bad hand in the matchup. Like if I draw a land that turn, stock up is really good because his mana drain can't hit it. It's a Lorien reveal. Makes sense. Spell bomb? Sure. I mean, a land and a stock up. That works. They're gonna negate this. I guess I can get trapped over the top here, which is pretty unfortunate, but can't do much about that. Opal Lantern? Land Opal? Lurrus, maybe? They didn't have mana drain, clearly, right? I won't be able to protect this PO. I guess it could PO on their turn. Grudge my lantern. Bro, what is happening? Trap your Lotus. What is going on? This is fine. I mean, maybe they're like pretty close to combo killing me, and it makes sense. It's possible, right? One, two. I don't think they have anything the way they're F6 here, so I'm just gonna leave the Lurrus in play. I play as fast as possible. None of these things actually like do anything. I don't know how many more POs I should actually cast here. I should have played the bobble first. Wow, none of these cards actually do anything. Okay. I guess I'll just attack 5 times and counter all their spells. Might be the fastest way to do things here. I guess DT is pretty reasonable. Wish I didn't have a Mana Vault in play. Should probably be using my no key. Not bad. Not bad. 5 minutes. 5 minutes is pretty hard for both of us, so it's easier for my deck, but oh my god, we're really gonna test it. They probed me. I'm just playing it. They F6, so I wouldn't make that play if they weren't F6 because they could have trap, but God, they can have grudge with flashback. I think they have grudge with flashback. Is he a genius? I think he's a genius. Oh, I should have played this. I would have had negation. I am so bad. I'll just get it back with Lurrus, I guess. Oh, then they'll just, oh, I'm so stupid. Okay, that's fine. I forgot I could hardcast negation there. I don't know why they did it I mean, I know why they did it at that time, but like doing it at that time was like super risky, right? This is fine. They're gonna go for like clean up my whole yard. That's fine. I mean, like, they should know I can draw a blue card in a land, right? So maybe they had, like, counterspell backup or something. They're gonna get a way to clear my yard here, I assume. Yeah, that's fine. Stock up. I can't believe they keep having like Trop Emerald for their one Ancient Grudge. It's pretty crazy. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to win this game fast enough. 350. My deck is not very fast at winning. We'll see. They kind of want to find like a black fetch land so they can crack the spell bomb. It's fine. I got clock in play. Did too many mana. Drain? Oh, diffs? Sure. Wow, what a crazy match to start. Oh man, what a wild one. Only the best games here on this channel. Choose this. Choose this. Give them Force Lotus. You got it. Sure, you can force my Thunder Trap Trainer. I'll cast it again from my graveyard. And then I'll find blue card Force. So they have what? They have Lotus, and that's it. Buy Lurrus. Play Lurrus. Force with Trap backup. God, I played this last game really well. I played this last game extremely well. I could still die to a second breach, right? Oh my god, Storm Chaser's talent. Buy back Force. I guess I should have bought back Mindbreak Trap. They ripped. I think if they rip Breach, they might still just win. I mean, my opponent could have like responded, right? So, oh my god. I mean, the Fawn play was like not great, but the Fawn play was like actually fine if my opponent had a counterspell, right? If I like play Hardcast Negation and my opponent has a counterspell, it's like really bad for me, right? Like I lose the game on the spot. Whereas I played like a more conservative line where my turn 1 was not conservative, right? But my turn 2 was very conservative because I felt like even if they go for grudge, I can still win. Negation, I am aware negation exiles. My opponent can have counters over the top. Like they can actually have more counters. Like that's a thing they can have. I'm not saying like that one is like for sure not a misplay. Like playing a land first would have been better. Like I agree, but like I think like there's a legitimate use case for not casting negation there. Okay, here we go, round 2. Like obviously not playing the land is wrong. We've been like that's a given. This is a Talon Gates preventing us from playing a Storm Chasers on turn 1 and drawing 3/3 drops. There's gotta be a mulligan. It's objectively a mistake that can cost you the game. That doesn't mean that like the whole rest of the game doesn't count. You know, like the rest of the game still happened, and like minor things like that in time are less important to me than overall game plan choices. So this is once again another Talon Gates preventing me from doing a stock up on turn 1. So keeping note of that. But Talon Gates was pretty instrumental in some of the other use cases in this so far. So I do need to hit a mana source. So like that's the thing. Like it's kind of a useless topic. Like basically the debate is now see you wrong wants to feel correct. Which is fine, whatever. See, you're correct. It was objectively a mistake. You happy? But like if we go back, I still think I played game 3 great. So, ooh. Chat wants to feel right, and you have to just let them feel right sometimes. Do you remember round 1 where we had the hater in chat? They just wanted to feel right. It didn't matter that their comment was about nothing. Ooh, Meticulous Archive. That's exciting. Ah, you missed a good hater. They'll be back. They can never stay away. I think I'm gonna lose this game. Blue-black walk. Do you have a land drop too? Uh-oh. That's bad, by the way. They milled over a stock up. What is this, Lorian? Ugh. I don't know. These Talon Gates are so good sometimes, and sometimes they're so bad. So my opponent's playing my deck, my Jeskai PO deck. Makes sense. Yeah, they've been playing this for a while. I think actually they might be on Maharu's version of my Jeskai PO deck. Also lost both crit flips for anyone keeping track at home. Bobble. Not great. Flame of Anor. That's pretty bad for me too. Oh boy. I am super in a bad place. I just supposed to attack. The fact that I have no real counter magic here is also a huge problem. Like, even if I get to the point where I'm doing something powerful, I don't actually have protection for it. That is a great draw, though, if my opponent does not get Vexing Bobble. Hopefully they make a construct. Oh, that's so good for me. Every time your opponent makes a construct, chat, it's a good thing. Because it means you're not dead. Like, I think I can beat 2 constructs, but I don't think I can beat, like, some kind of combo from here. Though I do think if they correctly see Vexing Bobble, then that's a problem. Yeah. All right, so good play from my opponent. See, chat, you can call good plays, and bad plays, bad plays. It's allowed. Damn. All right, well, that time walk really fucked us up so hard. Now I think we lose 100%. We can still draw boomerang basics that has to resolve, which is pretty bad for us. Are they cracking? Oh, they're swordsing. All right, well, I can make blue mana for that one. Yeah, we have seen sagas in most of these games, huh? If they have Flusterstorm over the top, I'm going to 12. I'm probably not dying. Okay. The good news here is that now they don't have Flusterstorm if I draw Boomerang Basics. So this guy gains us 2 life, so my opponent has to play 2 artifacts through a bauble to kill me on this turn, or snap walk. This is what is this? Oh. Yeah, that also does it. Okay, I mean, beaten by the better deck. Who designed that thing? I mean, we mulliganed a bad 7 and kept a weak 6, and then didn't draw the things we needed to get out in time. I think that's acceptable. Let's see. Fluster's obviously great. Trap and Negation are pretty good. None of these cards are good. Don't need Lantern. Can cut an island. And can cut a... I actually really like Bobble here. Oh, I might keep an island and just cut Boomerang basics. Seems better. I think I don't want to board down lands. Just I want to always hit my land drops, you know? Even if my deck functions without more lands. I do think, in general, I should be in a pretty decent spot in this matchup, like head-to-head. But maybe not, because the big plus side of islands is that they're good against Wasteland, and we're not actually playing against Wastelands, so... Those are not the best series of hits. Kind of wanted a blue card there, like any blue card. The good news is... What's the good news? Is there good news? I don't think there's actually good news. I think there's no good news. I think we're dead. I mean, the good news is our deck contains 4 stock ups, 3 trainers, and 4 POs. So we have a DT and a Flame of Anor. I don't think buying Lurrus on that turn changes. I guess it does, because it would theoretically let us hardcast force backup. Like, I don't think I'd ever force backup, though. PO for 2. Yeah, I mean, I could have bought Lurrus. You're right. I think it's just kind of irrelevant is the problem. Whereas this key lets us cast Trainer. I guess I would still be able to cast Trainer. Yeah, okay, then it's just probably worse. It does let me hardcast Force of Will better, which I think was... I mean, like, I had a thought in my head, but, like, it wasn't a full, a full-fledged thought. So, like, it does let me hardcast Force better, chat. Like, here, I actually... I mean, I would have a Lurrus in my hand already, so I would... Yeah. No, they have Force back. I don't think it matters very much, because I think the game has just been lost on the mulligan phase. Maybe I should have... I don't know. This worked out pretty well, chat, I will say. That worked out about as well as it could have gone. Like, Lurrus wouldn't do anything here, but I just cast Force of Will and cast Stock Up. They had another Force. Unfortunately, my opponent PO'd and SS rolled already. So, I don't know. I understand why someone would want to get the Mox and buy Lurrus, though. I think that's a reasonable thought. I mean, that turn, like, I did the things. It just, unfortunately, wasn't enough. Draw a PO? I don't think a PO is ever resolving, but I appreciate that. I'll try my best. So going -1 mana to untap this would keep me from buy and play Lurrus if I draw a land. I think I can just hit no on this. DT. DT's good. DT does not PO here, though. I think I want to DT for Flame of Anor. And I'm going to draw to kill Trainer. Yeah, because I don't want their Flame of Anor to be turned on. I think it's definitely not Ancestral, and the two cards I was thinking about were Stock Up and Flame is like worse at hitting action, but better at me not immediately losing the game. I wish I had like more action so I could go for kill Trainer, kill Volt, and really put my opponent behind, but they could just stock up after that, so it's not even that good. I think I like Flame more. Yeah, see, I see you're wrong. I think so. Like, I made the deck that the opponent's playing. I probably have the most reps of any person in the world on that deck, and I really like the idea of keeping them off multi-mode Flame as well as PO for 3 and still drawing cards, where like, what's my best stock up outcome here? I get force blue card and I have to force something. Like, I don't see an outcome on stock up that I'm happy, but I do see an outcome on Flame that I'm happy. So opponent's hand is Flame PO stock up. So yeah, I mean, I made the right play. Yeah, this is why I'm the streamer. I would not play this mono blue list in the showcase. No. I think we're still probably dead, yes. But I mean, we made the right play, right? If we had drawn like force blue card off of that, maybe we'd have a chance, but we drew too many mana in this game, obviously. I could have mulliganed my hand, but I don't think I'm supposed to mulligan my hand. I would play the Jeskai PO deck in the showcase. I think that deck is nuts. I think it's super underplayed still. They drew Tolarian, but no Moxen. Yeah, I agree. If I were my opponent, I would have sequenced stock up first to try to turn this PO into a lethal PO. But they might be thinking like PO into stock up for force, but there's only 2 forces left. But I mean, stock up for like, if they get like a Pyroblast off of this stock up, it's good enough too, right? So. Oh, I think the best PO deck by far is Jeskai or 4-color Lurrus PO. I think the other ones are for fun decks. They're fine. Like, you can play them. They're strong. But I think they're worse. Ooh, there's a Vault Key? Wow. Okay. Well, we're dead. I'm surprised they put Vault Key in this deck. You can. There's no reason you can't. I just don't think it's necessary, and it kind of hampers like the best parts about the deck. How is Jeskai versus Initiative? I like Jeskai versus Initiative. It's not as good as you'd want it to be, but I like the matchup. Like, Initiative can still do Initiative things, but you're playing 4 swords, and sometimes you're playing Chain and Dress Down, and you know, you have options. We got bullied here. Let's go back and look, just because maybe we'll see something that we wanted to change, but I don't think we really had very much play. I don't think there were, like, we could have mulligan. Mulligan was our big changes we could have made. Like, we couldn't keep this 7. Even if this was an island, you're probably not supposed to keep this 7, so I don't think that's a big one. This hand, obviously, an island was not having an island is a huge detriment, right? Because we can't cast turn 1 stock up. If we can cast turn 1 stock up in this game, there's a good chance that we can battle. So it's like, that's definitely Talent Gates downside for Talent Gates. And then I still think we can win this game with this hand if we draw like a little bit better. If we draw any Moxen on these 2 turns instead of the 2 turns after my opponent gets a Vexing Bauble, then we can actually play stock up right away, work towards PO. But my opponent went Saga Time Walk, and then the game was over. That's not, I mean, this is like another spot where we're like, okay, does, you know, maybe we have too many Talent Gates in our deck, but it also could have been like, I could have mulliganed this hand, right? I just don't think you're supposed to mulligan this hand. Like, it's not like I need an island, right? I need any mana producing Mox. So I think that's fine. And then this hand is obviously not amazing, but I don't think you're really allowed to mulligan triple Mox hands. Like, your opponent's permission is pretty stretched, and you're going to have a lot of cases here where your opponent is like heavily reliant on Flusterstorm, and you're going to be outpacing their Flusterstorm. Like, this Thundertrap Trainer is looking to hit one of our remaining 15, 16 action spells, and it just didn't, right? Like, there was nothing here. Obviously, we could have taken Ruby, and that would have let us buy Lurrus right away to get a clock going, which is something. If I had done that, I would have still had Hardcast Force. So yeah, I think it was just wrong. I think this this vault was just wrong. Should have just been a Ruby, which is like a minor thing again, because they're very similar. But like, Lurrus is 100% not changing this game, though. To be fair, because I made the play I made, I hardcast this Force and still cast stock up in the same turn. So like, I actually got rewarded for that play, even if it was probably wrong. But I mean, my opponent had PO for 2, Ancestral, Force backup into Force backup. So I think this game is just lost from hands. But like, I still don't think I'm supposed to mulligan this hand. I think I just need to hit on my trainer, right? I don't know. I don't like mulliganing triple Mox. Obviously, I'd be happier if one of these islands was an action spell, but the percentage chance of trainer hitting one of your action spells is very high. So, okay, welcome to round 3. We got Terabad, the multi-format MTGO grinder himself. That's how you know it's vintage Mox season. Got all the spikes out to play. Looks like it might be Lurrus. Could be Lurrus Doomsday. If it is Lurrus Doomsday, I'm definitely down to get a Storm Chaser's talent onto the battlefield on turn 1 here. And then we can protect with Flusterstorm. Okay, Underground Sea. It doesn't tell us too much. Thoughtseize. That does tell us it's probably Doomsday. It does mean we lose our Flusterstorm, though, but maybe we can Boomerang Basics back our Storm Chaser's talent. Try to get the clock on. The nice part about Frog Lurrus Doomsday is it doesn't kill you as fast, typically, but it can. It still can. Oh, we lost the Boomerang Basics. I guess that means he's not trying to combo kill us right away. Probably has a Frog. That's a sick card to draw. Oh, I'm gonna jam it because I have a Flusterstorm, so. And I want to get prowess triggers. Thought sees bug. We probably don't want to put down Flusterstorm, even though he took Boomerang basics. I think we'll just take our damage now, and we can play this next turn. We can probably go for it. PO next turn with Flusterstorm back up as well. Might be lethal. If there's a frog, we don't really care because we have this. Yeah. All right. This is probably winning. I'm not going to play the Talon Gate right away because we could draw Tolarian. I think I want to pick up the Storm Chasers to draw an extra card. Not bad. Oh no, he's gone. Come back, Terabad. Oh, I would have drawn Force, extra Moxen. I think this extra Moxen lets me play Storm Chaser's talent, buy back PO, and cast PO. True statement? I think that's a true statement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Play this as a blue off of this. Buy for a blue. Yeah, this was lethal. Sick. All right, so I still think it's probably Doomsday based on Terabad, but he obviously can play Lurrus Frog like blue-black if he wanted to. How many Unable to Screams are we supposed to bring in? Probably none because we have Boomerang basics. I don't know if we want to bring in Consigns either. I'm gonna take out 1 Opal, 1 Lantern. 1 Flame. Shouldn't need Flame in this matchup. So I was taking out islands more so, but I think I've decided I'm just gonna keep all my islands in my deck. Because I don't have Sinks and I don't have Lorians, and I've been kind of unhappy. And maybe it's like a different heuristic than normal PO, but maybe it could just be I had some bad experiences and I'm attributing bad variance to a pattern. So it's tough to say. I'm not going to bring in Unable to Screams, though, because I think Boomerang Basics is better here. Yeah, that's true. It's very reasonable. All right. I'll take out an island, and I'll be mad at you later if we have a flame and not an island. Thank you for... This lets me scapegoat chat. This is ideal. It says Force, so probably just keeping it. I think Boomerang Basic should be better than Unable to Scream in this match. Like, if I was playing against like a true blue-black frog deck, I'd bring in Unable to Scream to hit the Bowmaster too. But, I mean, if they play a turn 1 frog here, it's pretty bad for me. I'm just, like, so far behind. I probably have to force it. It's really bad. I think I have to just force it because, like, it's just turn 1 and it's too far behind. And it's not like I even have an Unable to Scream in my deck, so... I mean, them having the on-color jet is just unfortunate, I think, so... Sometimes that happens. Doomsday, Unable to Scream, Thassa's Oracle. Interesting. They brought in Unable to Scream. I mean, if they hit a land and they cast Doomsday, this game could go haywire pretty quickly. We do have maybe an instant speed Talon Gates to snag a little victory. I probably should have played Academy as my land there. That was a mistake. I see. Interesting. What the hell do I want? I mean, I think it's just Boomerang, but like I could take Mox and then I just don't think a Lurrus matters much here. I think I'm gonna take Boomerang. See if they hit the land or not. If they don't hit the land and they're in trouble because their hand doesn't do anything. Duress. All right, well, I wish I had gotten my Lotus, but this means they didn't do anything for the turn, so now they know about Talon Gates, though, so they can't die to Talon Gates here. Terabad said he forgot to sideboard out the one Scream. Makes sense. So I got punished a little bit. Ooh, not a great draw there. I guess the answer is just buy Lurrus because I don't think they can't combo kill me next turn unless they yeah, and then there's no way they can kill me unless they, I guess they start with Ancestral into like Dark Ritual Gush. But I don't think I want to play the gates out. I think I still want to make them. Oh, they drew Island. All right, they bought Lurrus though, and Lurrus brings back Frog. So that's a problem. I also lost every crypt flip. I can upkeep phase out the Lurrus to stop it from buying back Frog, I guess. I'm in trouble. I have kind of lost every flip and don't have any action. I just haven't drawn any action. It's pretty bad for me. All right, so I'm going to go to their turn, and then I'm going to phase out the Lurrus. So they can't bring back Frog for a turn. I even boarded out an island, so... But they'll probably have a counterspell at this point. Also, I could just die, because I've lost all the flips. There's a stock up. All right, well, see if they have a counterspell. Is your unknown card force? It is. Yeah, that's about right. Can't filter into black here, so... I mean, we can still win this game. This game's not lost. Like, that's pretty bad. It's pretty bad for me. It draws 2. And they get to know what my top card is. Yeah, I mean, we flooded again. Which is really sad because we have so much stuff in our deck. All right, I'm definitely blocking. Seems like my opponent doesn't think we are drawing a spell that matters because they played Frog and not Second Bauble. Yeah, I drew all islands. Seems unlucky. Am I dead here? Just dead here, right? They can put me on a mana crypt. Oh boy. See, where are my Talon Gates now? I need my Talon Gates now. All right. Well. All right. Well, that was a really, really bad. Hey, look, action. I can Storm Chasers, buy back, basics, play it, loop it, draw. I just couldn't hit any spell that did anything. What's the point of playing freaking? How many action spells are in my deck, man? I can't put any more. I can't put any more. It's like that's like more than half my deck. What's a guy to do? All right, try again. I actually have like more action spells than normal. I mean, against Lurrus Doomsday. I mean, the Lotus would have put a Lurrus in play, and that would have helped a little bit, but it wouldn't change the outcome of the game in any meaningful way, no. This is a very aggressive hand, but hopefully we don't get turn one killed. Best draw's a Flusterstorm, probably. I mean, a best draw's maybe a PO. We have had a lot of islands, huh? Except my top card. Oh, looks like I'm dead. Unlucky. It's tough to keep against the Doomsday Lurrus deck. Like I don't want to mull to a force because they can just play a longer frog game, but I also don't want to have no force in my hand because I just die. They know my top card here, so it's not a good sign that my opponent's casting Doomsday. Oh yeah, Doomsday's great. I think both versions of Doomsday are underplayed. They're both still really broken. Like, am I supposed to mulligan this? There's just no way. It's definitely harder to pilot than just doing the combo, but it's not that hard to pilot. Like, I played it with no reps and went 9-0, right? Like, my hand is too good to put back, but not good that because it doesn't cover enough options. Like, last game, my opponent went turn one frog. Like, this hand's pretty good against turn one frog. But it's not good against Lotus, kill you on turn one. They know my top card, and they made a pass the turn pile, so... It's Force of Will. I cannot force and buy back here. I assume they beat this with their draw from Bobble +1. It's a strip mine in this list. That's cool. So they put Gush in their pile as well. They didn't. All right, well, I'll just cast this. That's fine. Yep, they got force backup. Pitching days. So they had days and force theoretically there. All right, we couldn't get our Saga off in time to block Lotus. There's an Edge of Autumn in this list. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, like, the only way we beat this is we keep a different hand, but I don't really, what am I can't imagine I'm supposed to mulligan, though, in the matchup, just because they had Black Lotus. It's unfortunate. So, it's a lot of islands. I don't know. Didn't work out. Okay, here we go. Round 4. Okay, I'm up against non-Lurrus. I have a force and I have some 1-drops. It's probably fine. Opponent mulligan could be Dredge. If it's Dredge, we're probably in a bad spot, all things considered. Like, we can deploy a Bobble and that will stop our opponent from playing spells, but that's probably not going to help. Let's see. If it's mono white, we have... Okay. So my opponent did not reveal Lurrus and they're playing a turn 1 Lotus. I'm going to force this. They have force backup, pitching PO. So they are either a Jewel deck or a Tinker PO deck. I would assume this means they're a Jewel deck because they're probably going to play turn 1 One Ring if they force back here. Oh. Yep. They have 1 card in hand, so we need to draw lands before they draw action. I've been beaten by a lot of Trinispheres lately out of Jewel and Raker. All right, no second land. Justin needs to draw lands for the rest of this game. That's... Should I have held that? No, because that can become a Soul Ring and that can play things, so... It's really good if I draw another land because I can make constructs. Or I can just play Time Vault and win the game, so... Land wins the game here, probably. Did not hip a land here. That's pretty unfortunate. All right, so we'll just become a Soul Ring, and we'll start getting some things in play. They did not hit a land. All right, so just has to be a Soul Ring, I think. And that will give me 4 mana this turn. Probably need to just play a Sapphire and start to build out. I mean, I could boomerang the Trinisphere and then play a Vexing Bauble, but that's probably not what we want to do until they break out of it. So I think for me, I like Soul Ring, and then I like get a Sapphire in play. So I'm not going to die through their Vexing Bauble or their Trinisphere, so I want them to be stuck under this for as long as they can. And then once they're no longer stuck under... Okay, they've ripped a Workshop. So now we might have to go for like a boomerang on the Trinisphere. We'll see. This is a 1 ring, yeah. So if I hit a land this turn, I could technically not bounce the Trinisphere. Just no lands, huh? So what do I gain from bouncing the Trinisphere? I can bounce the Trinisphere, deploy Mox, play Trainer Bobble, but I can just die through Bobble, so I don't think that's a great idea. I guess if my trainer hits a force... It's just not very good for me. If I hit a land, I could have at least deployed a Mox and another spell this turn and not unleash the Trinisphere. My Thundertrap Trainer kind of has to hit force if I bounce the Trinisphere. I can't play out Time Vault because they could like go for copies and stuff. They're gonna draw so many cards though. I don't have any lands I can hit on Trainer, so I can't really just like play a Trainer naturally. I think I just have to go for it, and so I'm looking for a force off of this. I found a force and a Time Walk, but I can't take Time Walk. All right, so I'm just gonna take force. I can't play Bobble after, but I mean, this is still pretty bad for me. Like, I probably have to force a Trinisphere, and they're probably gonna have a bunch of Mox in at this point, so I think it's still lost either way, but yeah. Let's see what happens. We went for mana, Trinisphere, force, and then we'll see what happens after. They can have just like Tolarian Academy kill you, Workshop, Jewel kill you. New One Ring is a good sign. That's actually a great sign. I mean, I have to draw out of this, right? Like, I need to draw something good, but it's possible. Key is probably a win. Trainer. So I have 6 mana. A full key combo is 4 mana. PO is 4 mana. I think I mean, I'm not going to be able to have Vexing Bauble protection, but I think we just go for a trainer plus a winning play. POs and keys are what we're looking for. Okay, PO. Wish I could have protection with my Bauble here, but I just wasn't able to get it together. Nope, they had force backup. Unlucky. 2 forces in this game. I cannot win on the same turn, but I don't need to. I can draw through my whole deck and make an insurmountable board advantage, bounce all their permanents, and then hold up 7 counter spells. So you don't need to beat a ring activation, ring trigger. It's not a problem. So now we're dead because my opponent is untapping with nothing to hinder them and a ring plus a key. But I think we made the right choice. So. Obviously, we could have played Bobble to prevent that from happening, but like we wouldn't have had action, right? So it wouldn't have really helped. I think we were just a little like if we drew a land during this game, I guess we drew a Saga, so I guess we can't complain. I guess technically opponent could brick again, but it seems pretty unlikely. Yeah, you don't ever really have to be worried about this because PO combo is so insulated that you're going to draw through your whole deck, make a bajillion mana, remove all of their permanents, have another, that's really good sign. But we still don't have a win on the next turn, so they're at 8 cards now. Saga, okay. Please don't play Time Walk. That would be so brutal. All right, we get another turn. Key and PO are good draws. That's really lucky because wasn't there a PO on the bottom of our library? I mean, I'm finally drawing some freaking action. We lost so many games in the last couple rounds because of no action, so that was very lucky though. And there's our last PO that wasn't shuffled. They F6'd. I don't know if that means I can like scam I'm not gonna risk it. I'll just play another PO here. It's enough mana anyways, so I don't want to use another blue. I just want to pick all those up. We're looking... These are not cards that win the game. And we know there's POs on the bottom of our library, and we haven't been able to shuffle because our deck doesn't really shuffle very much. So, what is our best way forward here? What is the best use of our blue mana? And do we need to spend a colorless mana on Bauble, or do we feel like our opponent is truly F6'd? We have a Flusterstorm at this point. It's the same amount of mana. I guess it's one less blue mana. Stock up. Wow. This is bad. This is very, very bad. I'm not convinced passing with 2 forces is enough. I guess I should take... I did the Ancestral because I can still hit... And not Trainer because I can still hit Academy. How much mana do I have? I mean, I have to be getting near Vault Key, right? Will I have enough mana to Vault Key if I stock up? I'll have exactly enough to Vault Key with Double Force backup, so... Should be able to stock up now. Okay, I will take Crypt and Vault. I have to have gone through most of my deck, right? I have to have gone through my whole deck. There's a key. I didn't see a couple of different things here, but this is Vault Key with multiple forces. Or I can go Vexing Bauble if I wanted to, but... I have to be able to kill off these things, but that shouldn't be a problem. Because I can pick up a PO with Storm Chaser's talent. What a wild game. I think my percentage chance of winning this game on every time I passed the turn was in the single digits. It was pretty bad. Where's that Academy? Oh. Hey, look, I found the Academy. This must have been the last damn card in my deck when I started going through it. All right, well, we beat Jewel there. It's pretty sweet. And then we get to get a bunch of cards for Jewel. Definitely want this needle in. All right, let's try that. Oh, man. What a wild stream this has been. Correct. You have named the only cards that they're good against, Chess. The two hardest cards in their deck to cast. The least important cards for their game plan. Like, if you don't have things to board out, it's fine to keep Flusters in, but when you have the cards that I boarded in, like, so much better. Consign, Hurkyl's, Negation. I mean, Hurkyl's not that great, but better than Flusters. Yeah, those are not like that. If you are attacking the Jewel matchup with Flusterstorms to counter the blue cards they can't cast, that would be an incorrect way to attack the matchup, or a ineffective way to attack the matchup. Flusterstorm is going to be a dead card a large majority of the time while playing against Jewel. Oh. How often, Chess, are you losing to your Jewel opponent casting PO before casting Jewel or the One Ring or something like that? How often are you losing to a Jewel player that is main plan POing you? 5% of the time? 10% of the time, maybe? Like their deck is not built to try to cast the card PO. It is built to play turn 1 and 2 rings and turn 2 jewels. So if I counter those cards, I will be in a much better place. Don't know what happened to our opponent. We'll have to see when they come back. I have a cat. Well, when you're given a 25-minute timer, geez, is this hand keeping against Jewel? I think I'm supposed to keep this against Jewel. Feels a little bad, but I mean, well, they have probe, so now they know. I guess the percentage of time that the hand is bad now is higher because there's some number of Tezzerets possible, right? But I think that's an acceptable risk. Like this hand's power is so high that the risk is worth it. My opponent's hand is PO, the One Ring, Sink, and Talon Gates. I guess that means they're dead. Yep. And they're out of here. I could technically buy Lurrus, play Lurrus, and PO here, right? Would I do that? Yeah, Gataxian Probe is a dumb magic card. How? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Buy Lurrus, play Lotus PO. I wouldn't do it though, because I don't want to use my blue mana in that way. Are you missing untap with the manifold key? This is like the decks you play, Corey. Corey, this card is a key focal point in the decks you play. I do, Chess. I replay Lotus with my Lurrus. I'm dying. I'm dying. Or you mean after IPO? Well, I can draw blue. I can draw a land, right? One, but it's not worth it. I mean, I can draw a land in 5 cards, and that would do it. But I would probably just crack this and draw 4, and then I could be able to do it again because I have a blue mana floating. So I would not do that. Okay, here we are, round 5, up against Eric. Might be some Doomsday. This is a keep. It's a force and it's a vault key. Just need to hit a mana. If I hit a blue mana, even better. Ancestral. Yeah, of course. I'll probably force it. Force back up Ancestral. Average Eric draw. Unlucky. Well, I think we're lost, unfortunately. We kept the hand with force, but didn't matter very much. Let's see. I really want to hit a mana. That does count. So if we want to hold open Flusterstorm, we would have to draw a mana next turn to Vault Key. I mean, I think we have to. If we're up against Doomsday, they resolved Ancestral, they have 6 cards. I think we have to hold up in Flusterstorm. I'm not really thrilled about that, but the percentage chance we die if we don't hold up Flusterstorm is too high. This just Gush, natural Gush. Looks like it might be. Okay. Dark Ritual Doomsday. Didn't play the land back down, played a fetch instead. So this seems like we're going to go Doomsdaying. Oh, Oracle. Going for the consult kill. You know, Talon Gates makes blue mana. Woo! He goes for consult Oracle so much. All right, so if we hit a land, we can Vault Key right now. There's no force on the other side. Oh, we drew Vault Key. Fuck. I guess we're gonna get a Vexing Bauble. And hope to draw a land next turn. Yeah, but I think it's too risky. I think it's too risky. I think I would rather just get the Bauble. I think they can't really win on the same turn here through a Bauble, so I think this is better. Like, there's a lot of ways this goes wrong with like Mental Misstep and any counter spell and that thing. I think this Bauble should give us the time we need here. And obviously, if we need to hit a land to win again right on the spot, but if it doesn't, we can always play it and have it resolve and still go. Though now they can hardcast Mental Missteps, so... All right, well... I have not hit mana, so we'll see if they have hardcast Mental Misstep. All right, well, I don't have a land, so... Can Doomsday kill me here through Bobble? I think so, right? Dark Ritual. This is mystical for Dark Ritual. And then unless it's chain. Just consider. So how does my opponent kill me here? They go Dark Ritual for Doomsday, and then they like Time Walk, or they Street Wraith into Time Walk, and then they go Ancestral Land Oracle. So they can kill me a couple different ways here. See what happens. I don't think they can kill me if they have to just like cast Doomsday. They have to have Dark Ritual Doomsday. This is Cruise then? This is Cruise, I assume, because they're paying costs. I think if they Cruise here though, they can't win, right? Because I guess they could have Chain in their deck. Sometimes he plays Chain. That Flusterstorm off of Talon Gates was pretty sick. The opponent didn't see it coming. All right, blue. I mean, if he has Chain, I'm so dead. Ponder, all right. Okay. I'm just sitting here with a pile of garbage and a Volt Key and a Dream. Yeah, that's a steal. That game was an absolute steal. Love it. And then we're going to bring in Negation Trap Fluster. Well, I mean, you have to have exactly... Like, you can't Doomsday kill me there unless you can Time Walk after, right, Corey? Because Gush is turned off, Lotus is turned off from Vexing Bobble. So he has to either have the one chain of Vapor or have like a very specific type of Doomsday kill. So Bobble is like not great against Doomsday, but sometimes it like buys you the one turn you need. So I'm gonna take out 2 boomerangs and a lantern and bring in counter spells. I don't think I'm gonna bring in Consign. I have never really liked Consign against Doomsday. I feel like you always just beat it. Maybe that's a bad I don't know. I think I'm gonna not bring in Consign. I guess he does go for Oracle combo a lot, so maybe I should bring in Consign. Maybe I should. Maybe game 3. Oh wow, that is impressively bad hand. That is not great, but probably just a keep. Like a lot of times, dude, like especially like Bobble on the draw is like gonna your opponent's gonna be like, oh cool, my Doomsday resolves. Jeez, okay, Jet's not good for me. Oh no, not another ancestral. No, don't do it, don't do it. Okay. All right. I will take a peek. What you working with over there, friend? Show me your secrets. Force, Doomsday, consider. You think he'll force a Bobble? Hope he forces this. He put the Delta in the grave. Nice. Got the force. Oh, pitch to consign to memory, so he still has another force. That's brutal. All right, well, I'll try my best. So the hand is C Doomsday Force. Drew a Flooded Strand. So we know he only has Doomsday Force right now. That's actually really good for us. If he goes for Doomsday here, it's hard to make a pile. We do need to like hit really well, though. Should be interesting. Should be very interesting. Are we going to phase out an Oracle? Probably not. But it's possible. Our stock up has to be pretty good here. We really need to be able to counter the first spell. I assume it will be Gush. Let's see. There is a Chain in his deck. There is a Null Rod in his deck. There's a Murktide in his deck. There's an Op Agent in his deck. There's a Gush in his Exile. And there's a Misdirection. So there's an Ancestral on the top of the library. So now we can actually hit Mental Misstep, though. I'm surprised he went for Ancestral and not Gush. All right, so we can Stonks into Misstep here. It's quite good. Interesting. Definitely going to use that. All right, stocks. I guess we can stock up again. Probably just go island stocks. We need to hit a counterspell that actually counters this Ancestral. Fluster doesn't do it anyways. It has to be Force, Blue card, or Ancestral. Unfortunately, we have to take an island here because our Talon Gates doesn't have enough mana. If our Talon Gates did have enough mana, we would just go for PO anyways. All right, stocks. All right, that is Misstep and Force. They are not on Lurrus, so I'm gonna take Misstep for Ancestral. Let me just make another quick check to make sure it's Ancestral. There's no Lotus in the there's no Lotus. Yeah, it's Ancestral. Oh, my Lurrus. Yeah, I guess if I go Lotus Lurrus, that's reasonable. I mean that's a thing to at least consider for sure. Okay, so I'm gonna take Misstep and Force. That should buy me enough time here. And maybe we can kill with Trainer or maybe even Talent. Oh, interesting. Did I misevaluate? Is he going to go for Ancestral with Force backup on the next turn? Or is he going to go on my turn? He didn't. Did he play a land? I'm so confused. Just kick a Trainer. I know one Force is on the bottom, but I still have 2 more Forces. I'm looking at 8 cards. I know there's POs on the bottom. Probably just normal cast a Trainer. I do it like this, I have Talon Gates up technically. I hit PO. I also hit Opal. I'll just take PO and pass. I'm holding open Force, Misstep, Talon Gates, and then I can just cast PO if things are bad. I think he must be going for Ancestral with Force backup. Time Walk. Am I stupid? Did I miss Ancestral somewhere along the lines here? So he has Ancestral Force in his hand. He can no longer cast Ancestral. How many Oracles are there? Two. I think I'm just gonna let him cast an Oracle and then Talon Gates it. That works, right? I phase it out and then... Cool. So I fucked up though. Maybe I'm supposed to counter that first so then I can rebuy Force. Ah, I messed up. I messed up big time. I was supposed to counter it so that I could pitching PO so that on the next turn I could go Storm Chasers buyback Force. Whoops. Now I have to... I think now I have to try to win. I guess we'll just go for PO. No. I think I'm supposed to force this Oracle so my opponent forces back, and then I Talon Gates it, and then I Storm Chasers back my Force for the last one. So I guess I'm just gonna PO. And if he counters this, it's fine. Actually, yeah, I can just let this happen, right? And then force the next guy with the misstep and then buy back PO on the next turn. Is that better? It's probably better. Oh, I could buy back now, but then I wouldn't randomly lose to days, so. All right, cool. And then I just force this Oracle and then I PO. Oh, it doesn't even have Oracle. Okay. Cool. That was fun. I have so many cool things I can do with my deck. That's GG. Banger! I swear I kill Eric in the most cruel and unusual ways. That was a sweet one. Weird game. Weird game. All right, here we go. Sixth and final round of this vintage challenge with our mono blue-ish PO deck. We're up against Shatoon, who has recently played Sphere Shops. My hand doesn't function. A+. My hand has 2 Talon Gates. No! No, 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 no. Oh, man. Talon Gates giveth and Talon Gates taketh away. I don't know, man. I don't know the answer. Maybe the answer is play 1 Talon Gate so you can tutor 4, right? All right, well, hopefully nothing bad happens and I can play Ancestral on turn 2 with my 2 Talon Gates. The old Lurrus Talon Gates go. Ancient Tomb, Sapphire, Sphere. Force your Sphere, pitching the 3 mana spell. Thundertrap Trainer. All right, Talon Gates. We have a blue. Ancestral myself. Oh God. How does it like this is sometimes I just draw 4 action spells and sometimes I just draw no lands, all lands, no. Come on, game, please. That's a good draw, by the way. Still think I'm dead in this game, but give it my best shot. Ow. Ghost Quarter, do it, Ghost Quarter me. Oh man. Am I getting wasteland? What's happening here? And a Saga Gaming. Okay, all right. This is a banger of a match right here. Don't know which way this is going. I think I'm very unfavored from this spot, but we'll see. Island. So where do I want to go? What do I want to do? I feel like I want to play Thundertrap Trainer. Can't kick a Thundertrap Trainer. Just trying to build out my mana. Those do not build out my mana. Well, I can technically block now, so. Somehow, I don't feel good about this. Oh, man. Karn? Aww. Why is it always Karn? Bro, it's always Karn. Oh, man. All right. I thought my mono blue 7 island deck would be good against Sphere Shops, but I've been kind of getting bullied by it. That's okay. I have some Hercules Recall coming in. I really thought this deck would be good against Sphere Shops, but I've been getting crushed by it, so. These cards are all really bad. Too many things to needle. I feel like I don't want Unable to Scream. I have a lot of cards I want to take out that I can't even take out. Oh, your internet crashed. Oh, sorry to hear that. We were trying to figure out where you went. We thought you went to hang out with the kids. Yeah. It's dangerous in the outback. Never know when you're gonna lose power. I don't keep this. I think I'm gonna go walking. I'm walking on sunshine. Whoa. You want to trap this opal? Am I okay with that? I think so. Maybe I'm not okay with that. That's pretty sweet. I think I want to keep a blue. Oh, I could have phased out my Lurrus. Would that have been good? I don't know if that would have done anything. I guess I'll take stock up. Do anything more, though. I don't know if that was the right play. But I did play Lurrus on turn 1, so how bad can it be? Vexing Bauble. That's pretty good against my Black Lotus. And Null Rod? Chalice on... Oh, Stonecoil Serpent. All right. Little did they know that Stonecoil Serpent would be phased out. Boomerang Basic Storm Chasers Talent Demonic Tutor. I guess like Storm Chasers Demonic is pretty sick. I guess Storm Chasers Boomerang is pretty sick too. So is Storm Chasers Time Walk. I don't know. All those seem pretty good. I will play my Talon Gates and phase out your Stonecoil Serpent. Bam. Patchy Boy. Okay. Force. Let's buy back Time Walk. Just buy back Time Walk. Cast Time Walk. I guess I can't attack here, so it's not that great. But now my Boomerang Basics is better. Another Storm Chasers talent. So if I bounce Vexing Bauble, Black Lotus, Storm Chasers, Time Walk. What does this thing make? It just makes when I have instants and sorceries. Maybe I should have just gotten stock up the first time. This is kind of the games I don't have actually a lot of practice in, so it's a little hard to know what the right play is. Bring back stock up instead of time walk. Seems like it's better. Got a nice little engine going here until I get null rotted. Nettle assist. I didn't realize this was so aggressive. But we're pretty good against this kind of draw. Kind of just need like a Hercules recall, huh? Maybe I should have taken that demonic instead. All right, looking for like Hercules Clarion or something. Flame of Anor. Boomerang basic Sapphire. So if I do Flame and Island, I can kill the Nettle Cyst and the Bobble, and then play Lotus and Boomerang basics a bunch of stuff. I mean, I don't even have to kill the Nettle Cyst. I can just kill the Bobble, draw 2. I mean, I don't need to do Flame of Anor if I want to do that. I could just Boomerang it. I mean, I should just take Flame of Anor and Boomerang, right? And then just use my Boomerang on the Bobble. And then I can go Lotus stuff. All roads lead to Rome here, I think. Are they gonna crack it, or are they gonna let it bounce? Because I get an extra 3 mana every turn, it means I can use the Storm Chaser's buyback on Time Walk a bajillion times at some point here. They're gonna crack. That's fine. All right, so now I can buy back Lotus. And with Lotus, I guess I can probe now. Golos Crawler Crucible. So let's Boomerang back my Storm Chaser's talent. And then get all kinds of options here. I could deal 5 and destroy this and attack in with everything. Probably game winning too. Oh, I don't have enough mana to pay. It's unfortunate. No, I was going to destroy these two, but I don't have enough mana to pay, so I can't do that. That's fine. I already played my land for turn. There's a Hercules, but yeah, I guess Hercules does it. Sweet. This deck's so cool, man. So sick. It's so sick. Like, oh man. It's so cool. It's really so cool. I have so much fun with this deck. Ugh. Oh man. It's so cool. I wish it felt like as good as it feels sometimes. I don't know. All right, I'm gonna take out an I didn't realize my opponent had so many things. I'm gonna bring in some Unable to Screams. Especially taking out like Opals and Baubles and that kind of cards here. This deck is so cool. How can you not be excited when you see this deck being played? Like, isn't it sweet? Isn't it fun? I mean, I guess it's because I don't play standard. I should probably play some standard, huh? It's basically just standard. Play faster. I was too tilted because you played so slow. I mean, I've said that line before, so I guess I can't really comment, right? I have said that exact line. Oh no, chat. Oh no, chat. No, I'm not disciplined. I'm not disciplined enough for this. I'm not disciplined enough I am not disciplined enough. Oh, I'm keeping. I'm not, this is a mulligan. This is a mulligan versus Sphere Shops. It's a mulligan. But I'm not disciplined enough. I'm not disciplined enough. I can't. I'm just not. Okay, that's fine. No problem. No problem. Nope, I'm down 6 minutes, brother. I'm so dead to a wasteland, though. What's my best play? Probably Storm Chaser's Soul Ring, right? Hopefully I get Ghost Quartered, man. Please. No, it's a wasteland. What else you got? Patchy Boy? I probably have to force that, huh? Shit. One. I think I'm dead. I'm not disciplined enough. I should have mulliganed, man. No, it has pro multicolor. Unlucky. And they gain 1 life every turn. I wasn't disciplined enough. Daggers. I should have mulliganed. My bad. I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. This was actually like the least bad outcome was a null rod. Oh, this hand's so much better. I don't even have a blue mox. Can't even live. Ah, shit. We're dead. It's okay. I did say it was a mulligan. I also said I'm just not good enough. Hey, look, one of my 7 basics. Right in time. Thanks, game. Get him. Maybe they won't make a construct. Unlucky. Yeah, so yeah, that hand's a mulligan. You should mulligan those kind of hands against shops. Okay, this was a fun 3-3. I had a good time. This deck is really, really enjoyable to play. I don't think it's as good as playing Jeskai PO, sadly, but I do think it is a deck that has some pros and some cons that the Jeskai PO deck doesn't. So that's a kind of a fun little extra. It's nice that you have so many things you can play early in the game. And I think Storm Chaser's talent is quite reasonable. The Otter is fine, but the buyback for 4 mana is quite good. The spells you buy back are so powerful. Time Walk and Force and Ancestral. It's really sweet. What would I do to change this deck based on today's performance? I really still don't know, like, the number of Talon Gates I'm supposed to play. It feels like this shouldn't be an imposing amount of Talon Gates for my mana, but it does somehow feel like it is a problem. But if I were to lower the number of Talon Gates, how bad does that make these splashes, which I think are fairly strong? Like, these are not necessary splashes. Like, I could go down 2 islands for two Talon Gates for 2 more islands and play Merchant Scroll and Sink into Stupor. Like, I could do that. No, I actually don't think this deck is that bad against Null Rod. Like, you have basics and 3 boomerang effects. I think the biggest problem with this deck is just sometimes it's clunky and doesn't have the right hits, and sometimes it's like a little underpowered because you're doing Storm Chaser's talent instead of good things. But I don't really think this deck wants drains because, well, the thing is, I died to a Chalice on 1. That's why I added an answer to Chalice on 1. This is like the most powerful spell I could possibly play, right? Like, it does multiple things. I think the like, I don't know. I don't know what it is. What did we play against today? We lost to the Lurrus Breach, the Lurrus PO Mirror. We lost to Doomsday, and we lost to Shops. But these were both 3-game sets that were close, and we got like outpowered in the PO Mirror. I don't know. Maybe the deck doesn't really need changes. But like I said, I think you could go like Merchant Scroll for DT, Sink for Flame, and then down 2 gates for 2 islands to make your deck more consistent, but like less powerful. I feel like the Talon Gates are actually really strong, but they do sometimes make it so you can't play your spell, and when you can't play your spell, it feels bad. But then if I do that, then it's less. I'm also less likely to cast Lurrus. So I don't know. I'm not really convinced that the deck gets better if you cut the Talon Gates entirely and play like a blue-black fetch mana base. It might. Like, I could cut the Flame, play a Sink, cut these 4 fetches, and then play like the 4, this is 7, 4, 11, the 6-5 fetch split, play 2 Underground Seas and 3 islands, and then like maybe that deck's better. I don't know. I like, you guys have been here, right? You've seen the Talon Gates. What do you think? Doesn't it feel like the Talon Gates are a worthwhile endeavor? I don't know. Like, I don't actually think that 4 is overkill, but I'm not sure. Like, I want to have the effect as much as possible, but it is that sometimes you just can't cast my color spell, which is a problem. It definitely led to some clunky draws, but I don't know. The power payoff is there for sure. So it would look like this. I don't think you need Yogwill. Like, I don't think Yogwill makes this deck better. Like, why do we want Yogwill? Like, I don't think action, like, this is the best action deck for a PO action deck ever. Like you have so many action spells. I don't think you need Yogwill. And you have a lot of access to your yard already with Storm Chaser's talent and Lurrus. I mean, like, maybe like this deck is better. I don't know. I'd be sad. Maybe. You can't really do top tricks with boomerang basics, which sucks. So that kind of blows. But like, I don't know. The more you cut this stuff, the more it's just a normal. It's just a normal deck again. So hard to say. Hard to say. I'm like way more interested in this space with the Talon Gates than I am in like blue black PO, which I think is fine, but not particularly interesting. Like, I mean, I like blue black PO with unable to screams instead of swords does like have some merit, and it's definitely something to work with, but I'm not sure. Like we can play like a normal, like we can make that deck too, where we like don't play Storm Chasers Talents, we don't play Boomerang Basics, we just play blue black Volt Key PO with normal lands and unable to screams. Like we can do that. Don't know. Let me know in YouTube chat what you think. If you think it's worth it. If you think that it's too much of a downside at 4, like what number would you play? Would you just play more islands? Hard to say. Oh yeah, we got crushed. I definitely had to mulligan that hand, but I knew that I knew that when I kept it, so which I think is acceptable. For a challenge, I think it's acceptable. For a showcase, I would begrudgingly mulligan my beautiful hand. Yeah. Let me know in how you feel about this deck in YouTube chat. I want to hear what people say. I probably will play more in this space. I don't know if it'll be like the Storm Chaser Talent Boomerang basic space, but it will definitely be more in the like the heavier blue PO dropping white and playing Unable to Scream. I feel like that is something that has not been explored enough for the PO players. Like obviously the Doomsday Lurrus players have been doing it, and some of the blue-black Lurrus players with Frog have been doing it, but the PO players have not really tried this to the degree that I think they should be. And it's actually even better in PO because you can technically pick this up with your PO if you're on like an aggressive creature and not a hate bear. So, like you know, if we decide that this Boomerang Basics talent stuff is bad, you know, cutting those 7 cards and then putting 7 real cards into the deck, you know, maybe that is a way to approach PO that makes sense. The biggest thing I find lacking in that kind of deck is that you probably still want Flame. Like, Flame is that good. Flame is unbelievable in PO, so... Either way, thanks for hanging out tonight. I'm going to be doing the Vintage Showcase tomorrow, so that will be the big event. There will be 3 Vintage Showcases this year. I'm really hoping to top 8 the first one, because if that happens, then I'll go to Spotlight Toronto. But if I don't top 8 the first one, the next showcase is the weekend of Spotlight Toronto, which makes me less interested in going to that. So we'll have to see. But yeah, more vintage content on the YouTube channel every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I'll see you then.